we left off last night, we gotta get this front bracket put back on here. And then we're gonna get the belt put back on as well. And then after that, it's getting the rest of the intake system put back on here. And getting her all connected back up electrically, I guess. That means we're that close. So, you know, I think we're on the verge of greatness here, boys. Let's get this belt twisted around here and installed. You know, just in case I decide ever that I want to put that cover back on, which I don't know if I want to do that or not. I am just gonna secure this guy in place anyways. You know, it's the finishing touches like plastic engine covers that add another 20 years of life or 70 Newton meters of torque. Plus, I feel like it might hold down this harness here. That yeah, you know, this was the right choice, I think. All right, that's good enough for now. Look at that, airtight. It's been so long since I've messed around with this. I don't even have my drill bit out here, that my nut driver attachment for the screw gun. But I tell you what, boys, I'm getting excited because you know what? These are like the last two things, and this engine is buttoned up. Get some coolant at least filled up in the reservoir here, and then knock on wood, we'll see if she starts. That might be it. She's drinking it up good. First thing we're going to do before we put the 12-volt battery in, we're going to go ahead and put that service disconnect back on in the 300-volt system. And then basically from there, get that 12-volt plugged in. And then I think it's time to give her a start. So when I pulled the service on this before, the truck had at least idle enough that it would charge up the hybrid battery. So what I'm really hoping is that we didn't lose too much charge just sitting here the last 4 or 5 months. And we're gonna check the state of charge as soon as we plug this guy in and get that 12-volt connected there. Okay, let's hope we don't have any zaps or burning smells, and that seemed to go pretty easy. All right, nothing, no smoke coming underneath the hood. That's good. Let's turn our attention to the 12-volt. All right, this is actually the battery from Project E36 XTI, but you know, it'll work for this. Let's get her buttoned in here just so we don't forget important stuff. All right, boys, here's the moment of truth. Hopefully no burning or anything when we get the 12 volt hooked up here now. I am super excited. Let's see what happens here. Don't blow up, baby. Okay. Oh, just a little spark. Nothing to be alarmed about. Let's check out what that state of charge is. Well, let's do this first. Hey, we have got signs of life. All right. It shows I got a Bluetooth connection down there. I guess trying to see if this whole thing remembers. I don't even know what it should remember right now. I'm so excited about this. There we go. Okay. We're just going to let her sit here for a second. Hood is open. Service hybrid system. Not surprised at any of that right now, just because we've had some things going on here that I don't know what to say. Well, our pump pumped on in the back. Let's see. Okay, so we got voltage. Let's see what our SOC is at. So let's look at our hybrid voltage in general. Okay, SOC is at 70% right now. We're gonna get all the battery voltages in there. Nice, look at that. So all of our battery voltages are within 0.1 volt, and I mean within the refresh time on here, they all get down to 15.4. So that's good news there. And I guess next up, we're gonna go top off the coolant one more time, and then we're gonna crank her for the first time. So I also read the codes here too, and these are some permanent codes that were in there from before. Let's refresh these here, see what happens. So voltage variation limit, that was from before we ran the hybrid battery down all the way. And I think after we get running for a while, it's telling me battery low, start vehicle. I'm going to throw this on the charger here just to get that 12 volt battery charged up. And then we're going to come back at this in a couple of minutes and crank the truck. All right, I'm going to clear the codes on here one more time just to make sure we've got nothing in our way to go do this. So let's somehow this actually retained the clock. That doesn't make any sense. All right, let's clear these codes here. All right, let's even see if it cranks, because it's still saying service hybrid system. I don't know about that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing. If this doesn't work, I'm not going to show you what I tried, but if it does work, I'm going to tell you what I did. Let's see what happens. Okay. No service hybrid system. There we go. All right, boys. Well, she started. We're going to let her start up here for a second. A little bit of clicking there. Hopefully as we get our lifters pumped back up. Oil pressure looks good. Here we go. Let's let her idle here for a little bit. No smoke out of the exhaust. That's good. Yeah, it's just a little bit of steam there. These guys were out here playing basketball. I wasn't going to go get everybody because I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but lo and behold, she's going. Still a little bit of a tick under the hood. Got to get those lifters oiled up. So here's what I did. When I reconnected this 300 volt, I pushed this connector back on here. You also have to push it down in order to get it fully going. So I guess there must be a little switch or something in there that tells you whether or not that connector is also pushed down on the top of here. Yeah, boy! She's idling real nice too, which is good. So, knock on wood, no misfire codes or anything like that popping up right now. Seems to just be humming along here. We're gonna see, we're gonna just let her idle here, let her get up to temp, reacquaint herself with the new valves and the lifters in there. But oil pressure, everything looks great. So this is excellent, boys. Yeah! And our little oiling up tick is gone. That's good. She sounds the way she did when I pulled her apart. Up! Don't want to forget about our coolant over there. We got to top her off here. Still don't have any codes popping up on here. And we're going to let her get up to temp just so we can make sure we got all the bubbles and everything out of the coolant system. And hearing this thing run right now reminds me about all the other problems that are on this truck that weren't related to the engine that I gotta fix. All of this started when the timing chain broke underneath there because the front suspension shocks are blown out again. I still got the old ones laying around underneath the air compressor from like 4 or 5 years ago. And I've also got a pretty major exhaust leak here on the driver's side, passenger side. And that sounds pretty bad. But the good news is all the ticking and everything underneath the hood from the lifters getting lifted up are good. And I think what we're gonna do next, we're gonna get these tires and everything put back on this guy, and we're gonna take her for a spin down the road. All right. For the first time since January, she'll be outside, and for the first time since like April of last year, almost fully a year, she'll be rolling under her own power without any trouble codes on the dash. Yeah, boy! Oh yeah, boy, feels good to feel that 6-liter power again. Let's just make sure nothing else breaks on this while we're driving down the road now. Oh, well, she's running a little weird. I think we got to get that old hybrid back and running normal again. Well, we may not be going far. Got no codes or anything. She is stumbling a little bit though, so that's kind of weird. I guess we'll pull up the data here and see what it's telling us. Kind of surgy right now, but I mean it could just be trying to figure its life out again here. After all, we've been driving this thing around messed up for a while, so I mean it might just be trying to recalibrate itself. I hope that's all this is. Oh boy, I don't know about this. Oil pressure's fine, no trouble codes popping up. Seems to be smoothing out a little bit here now. I mean, the revs aren't jumping around or anything like that, like they were previously. So when it had the misfire, you would see the speedo and the revs would just be kind of searching. We're going about 40 miles an hour right now. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. I mean, the battery voltage looks okay. It's not pulling crazy amounts of current or doing anything goofy there. I don't know if it was trying to go into V4 mode or what it was doing. Maybe that was what was going on. I guess we'll see. No, it wouldn't have been that, because we were in, I had it in manual mode for the sake of keeping it in V4 mode. That's another thing I'm probably going to do here too anyways, is just disable V4 mode. But, I mean, it seems to be running fine now. That was weird. That was kind of jumping around on us when we first accelerated off the line there, but staying in V8 mode, just cruising along here at now about 55. Well, I mean, it seems to be operating fine now, so I'm not sure what was going on back there. Well, you know what? Seems like it's running fine here now. I mean, it's not going into V4 mode. I'm not really too disappointed that it's not going into V4 mode, but it is kind of odd that it's not switching back and forth, even though I replaced all that stuff. So, it seems like it's fine. I'm really just going to go in there, change the oil, flush it out. Right now we're flushing it out with what we got, the oil that I had previously changed when I did the timing chain cover on it in the timing chain. So I tell you what, guys, it's great to feel this thing running again. That's awesome. I think I'm going to disable AFM anyways via the tune. And man, I tell you what, this was a saga. This was a fight from the very beginning. Still no trouble codes or anything like that popping up as we're driving here. So I think we're in good shape, guys. She's just got to learn a little bit. But thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me throughout this entire video. We spanned 3 different seasons and basically a full year trying to get this thing back on the road. But it feels great now that it's back on the road. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. We're going to get back to working on Project E36 XTI, because that's the fun project, doing the all-wheel drive E36 turbo. And we're just going to keep on trucking along here. Thanks again for watching. Take care.